A big family, desperate for a bigger home.
Our family is growing, and we're going to need more room in our house.
Can they haul their dream house 76 kilometers across the countryside?
It's gonna be close. Stop, 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 stop.
Without it skidding off course? Hauling this family farmstead will be nothing short of one massive move. Central Saskatchewan, farming country. Rob and Krista Bohan have lived near the small town of Maymont for 3 years, together with their kids, Mac and Lyra. The lush, tranquil surroundings are the perfect place to bring up a family.
It gives them a good sense of home, and it gives them a good sense of life, I think.
Life for the Bohans is pretty good. They have acres of land, a massive yard, even an orchard. There's just one problem, their home, which is tiny.
When we purchased our mobile home, it was just the two of us, and then two beautiful children came along.
There's a few bottleneck locations in our trailer where traffic gets piled up just between the two of us even.
It is very crowded in the kitchen.
Whoa! Don't move.
The trailer's a tight fit now, but in 3 months' time, it'll be bursting.
This is our third child.
Our second little boy.
Our second boy.
Our family is growing, and we're going to need more room in our house, so our trailer isn't going to cut it. We're having to bring in something else here.
That something else will sit right next to their trailer on this basement. A fabulous farmhouse, boasting 4 times as much space as their mobile home. The house was built in 1947. It needs some TLC, but has 4 bedrooms, plenty of space for their growing family.
We won't be bumping bellies. We can even dance if we want to dance. We have enough room to dance in our kitchen.
The farmhouse currently sits south of Maymont. It needs moving more than 76 kilometers to reach Rob and Krista's plot just north of Spears. Windy roads, steep slopes, and rivers will make this journey a tough trek.
We're kind of on pins and needles because we don't really have a lot of finances to back up the project if it goes south in a hurry here. So it's pretty much a do or die.
The move won't be cheap. They've shelled out $20,000 for the house. New foundations will cost them $26,000. Trucking the house, another $20,000. And renovations, $80,000. Bringing the grand total for this ambitious project to $146,000. A lot of money for this young family to risk. Krista and Rob are entrusting the move to these guys, the crew from Anderson Building Movers. Soaring 6'7" tall, main man William Johnson is head and shoulders above the competition.
We put our steel and it'll be running through here. It'll be fine.
First task, support the farmhouse on steel beams and lift it off its old footings.
They're good guys. Just speeds things up immensely if you've got guys that have seen it and done it.
There's a lot of action going on, and yeah, now the heart's starting to pound a little bit.
Quick is good when you're going to Jack. My home.
Don't speak too soon, Krista.
The rollers caught on our beam and it just rocked everything over and rolled it over. Yeah, a little scary.
It's a minor setback. They're quickly back on track, ready for liftoff. Or so they thought.
We got a problem here. And they put concrete between all the floor joists so it will not lift without wrecking something.
Freeing a house from its footings is usually just a matter of demolition. Once released, the house is on its way. But Rob and Krista's home is different. Its concrete foundations extend deep up into the walls of the house. Lift now, and the hefty footings will pull the house to pieces. So Williams' crew must work extra hard to chip up into the walls to remove all the debris. A huge job.
I'm sorry I didn't pick up on that before.
No, well, this house is becoming full of surprises.
Clearing the concrete is a tough slog. With the windows braced, it's time for liftoff.
This one's kind of heavy, so the hose could go out of control and fall down. Just not good.
My family's future is in his hands right now.
Take her up. That'll do.
It's looking pretty good, actually. I've seen a lot worse.
In Saskatchewan, Krista and Rob Bohan are plowing all of their savings into moving this spacious farmhouse 75 kilometers to their land north of Maymont.
I get butterflies thinking about the amount of money we are putting into this home.
I'm pretty much at the end of my resources.
Massive mover William Johnson and his crew have prized the house off its old footings.
That'll do.
Now they face an even bigger challenge. Shift it off the plot onto the road.
We have enough room to drive out, except for the tree on either end.
The farmhouse is hemmed in on 3 sides. There's only one way for the crew to get it out of the tight spot. Slide it. But they must be careful, or it could slip out of control. One slide is hard enough, but the ground around this house isn't level. So the team must reset the beams and slide the home 3 times to get it across the bumpy ground to the road.
Just gonna have to take it slow and careful.
It's critical the wooden towers holding the beams are stable,
Okay.
or they could bring the whole house down.
Beam ain't going anywhere.
Even the soap could cause chaos.
If we get a little bit too much soap, the excess soap falls underneath the plank here. So when you're pulling it, instead of the sliding plate sliding on the plank wants to slide on the beam. We don't want that. We're taking the house for a drag.
Sliding and resetting 3 times is a painstaking process.
Right to the end.
Hey, one more little pull, we'll be clear.
It takes 2 hours for the house to glide clear of its foundations.
It's a sigh of relief. Yeah.
That was an event right there.
With wheels underneath and a truck hooked to the front, Krista and Rob's dream farmhouse is finally ready for the highway.
Well, every time I look at it, it seems to get a little bit bigger, so I have to quit looking at it and just move it, I guess.
"8 a.m., the morning of the big move. Police have given Williams' team until sunset to complete the trek and clear the farmhouse off the road.
Watch for traffic, check and make sure you've got stop signs in your truck. So we should be good to go. Let's go.
This is no ordinary move.
This is a tall one for sure. It is way bigger than our average. Tight.
Oh boy. I hope it's fitting.
Yeah, it's a little bit tighter than we expected, but it's coming through.
These bushes may be causing a few headaches, but up ahead, there's a bigger concern for William.
I'm not sure what the hell the deal is. I thought this was supposed to be taken care of before I got here.
Overgrown poplar trees block the country road. The crew don't have permission to cut them back. Go too near, and they'll shred the house. Stray too far, and they'll slide into a field. Negotiating the trees will test William's nerves and skills. He'll have to trust his wheels will hold their position as they ride along the verge, plotting a perfect course to keep this house on track to its new home.
He's right over.
The house is at quite an angle right now.
Yeah, she's a little bit tilting there.
Oh, stop. No,
Oh, geez, no, he broke that one.
I don't care about breaking the tree. I'm concerned about breaking my house. And you're clear there.
The farmhouse escapes the trees unscathed. It's William's nerves that are left in shreds.
When the load tips dangerously as the movers go around the only 6 trees in Saskatchewan.
And there are still 50 kilometers to go. In Saskatchewan, Krista and Rob Bohun's new farmhouse is halfway into its 76-kilometer journey to their site.
I'm nervous. It's the house we're going to live in for the rest of our lives.
Hauling the 8-meter-tall building through the winding countryside terrain is a tall order for William Johnson. And this tight turn will be a real test.
That's not a lot of room. Oh, is that ever wide? That's gonna be close. Oh, you can just hear everything just creaking.
Passenger's getting pretty tight. Please mind the ditch, eh?
Then he's right in the weeds too. Oh.
Off the road.
Holy, I've never seen wheels do that. I can't believe that stayed on those wheels. Are you all right? Oh, God.
There's good news. They're done with gravel roads. But Highway 376 is the roughest, most ripped up road for miles around.
376 is probably one of the poorest highways in the province. There's probably something worse somewhere, I'm just not sure where it is.
It gets much worse up ahead where the highway crosses the North Saskatchewan River. On its approach, the pitch of the road changes dramatically. Plummeting down the steep-sided valley, it'll be a titanic test for William's truck. Go too fast, and he could jackknife at the bottom of the hill, meeting a watery end. To beat the slope, William must reduce his speed to around 10 kilometers an hour and hope he won't burn his brakes out as he creeps down the valley.
It looks a lot steeper than I remember, that's for sure. That looks ginormous. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Going around some potholes right now, he's struggling. Oh.
Not struggling, surviving.
If you overheat your brakes, you pretty much have no brakes, and then you've got a runaway happening.
Oh, thank God.
Our home is a little bit closer to home.
Every little obstacle we conquer here is another breath of relief.
They probably need to pause and make sure that the house is going to fit across the bridge.
I'll be close.
It's very close.
You'll be over top on that side?
I fully thought you were going to be the nervous one, but my heart's racing.
A little bit closer on the other side there.
Inches, just inches, not a lot.
Looking good. Keep her coming.
Oh.
Entirely. Yeah.
That was way too tight of a fit for my liking.
With the bridge behind them, they pull off the road to let the tailback pass.
One last thing to worry about.
The crew makes up for lost time throughout the afternoon on the long, open road. Just after 5 p.m., Rob and Krista's farmhouse approaches their property.
Yeah, there it is, buddy.
There's your house.
Road. They're in the yard. They're in the yard.
We're here. Nothing bad can happen to it now.
But this move's not over yet. In Saskatchewan, Krista and Rob Bohun's new farmhouse has made it to their property.
I'm very, very excited about living in this home. This has become my dream house.
Last challenge for William's crew, slide the house onto its basement. It'll take some precision.
Good.
If you lift too high here, the back corner would actually hit the concrete there. Don't want that. Ready?
It's looking pretty good, actually. Pretty darn good.
But a few inches from the finishing line, William's crew hit a major glitch.
Just a hair. Not very much.
Hair ain't gonna cut it.
There's a problem with the inner wall.
It hangs down about 3/4 of an inch, and we don't want that to rest on the foundation. We have to trim it off before we can set the building down.
It's slow, fiddly work.
As long as it holds together and it's on the footing properly. That's the main concern. Is get it on the footing. So.
With the trimming cut off, they can lower the house down.
Start coming down?
It's a precarious operation.
It's a little scary once we start coming down. Just gotta think of it just being a floor above you instead of the whole house leaning over.
Ooh.
Hold it!
Pretty crazy looking right now. We got her pitched at a fairly precarious angle. Makes me a little bit nervous.
It's all center of gravity. I mean, it's 38 feet wide. Weighs 100,000 pounds. You couldn't slide it off there if you tried.
They lower the other side with trepidation.
Down easy.
Coming down.
After 3 years living in a tiny trailer, Krista finally has a home for her growing brood.
Oh, honey. It looks really good. It looks really good. Water was a safe place where I can raise my kids. So thank you again very much. That's excellent.
The job satisfaction comes in when they're all smiling and happy, and you've done it right.
Happy.
Very happy, very happy. Oh, the journey is over. One, two, three.
1 month later, Krista, Rob, and their kids are enjoying the gentle pace of country living. But they wish they could speed up the renovations.
We're both into getting things done quickly.
Not very good at taking it easy, as I've been told numerous times, especially while pregnant.
They've got their work cut out if they're gonna move in before the baby arrives in just 3 months' time.
Are we crazy for having done something like this?
Lots of
yeah.
lots of people have told us already that we're crazy.
But I don't think we would have had it any other way. This is a perfect place for our kids, and they love it out here. It feels like it's ours, a home for our family.